Hey, welcome. We got Penny all set up here, and welcome back, Penny. She's been gone for a little bit, and we're glad you're back. And just in time for, yep, we don't even need to say it. I think you guys get the clue. It's Shark Week Day 2. You get the clue. It's Shark Week Day 2. Got a little rhyming going on for everybody. So welcome. I'm Kelly, and Penny is here from Memory Bound Paper Craft Store. And we also have Janet, who you can't see, but you will see her comments. Janet's here also with us. And welcome, everybody. We're really excited because it's another Shark Day, and this is a very much related to sharks today. You know, it's a challenge sometimes, Penny, to find, to get, shark is not a common, it's not a common subject like Christmas or Halloween or flowers or something like that. But I think we've done a good job, and today is especially going to be very sharky, which I think you're going to love. And Renee says Happy Shark Week, and Peggy says hi from Ohio. So we got a lot of people joining us.
Awesome.
Bunny says good morning, and Stacy's here, and Diane says good morning, friends. Don't you love that, Penny, when they're like, good morning, friends?
Yes.
And Kim says it's another hot one. I think, aren't they calling it the heat dome or something like that?
Oh, I believe it.
And our friend Donna Baker from Bakersfield. I always love.
Yeah,
I love
that
saying
name.
that. I love saying it. So hi, Donna. And Judy's here. Good morning. Gosh, everybody's just popping on like crazy. So today we're going to show you what we did yesterday. And then we've got a Shark Week update, our special of the day. We want to tell you about our Great White special.
Woohoo.
And then Penny's, do you want to just maybe tell us a little bit about what you're going to do, Penny?
I'm going to color a shark for you.
Maybe just show
and
us.
do a little bit of water.
And we're going to learn how to do water and sharks.
So
it's going to be a good day.
It is.
It's going to be a great day. Great day here seaside at Memory Bound Paper Craft Store in Ankeny, Iowa. Can we be seaside when we're in Iowa? We do have a lake.
We have lots of lakes in Iowa.
We have lakes, and we have some beaches.
Oh yeah.
So it's perfect for Shark Week. So good morning, everybody. I think where we're going to start is we're going to pull up. We're going to take the camera. We're going to head over to our table, table. We're leaving our shark corner, and we're going to head over to our other table so that you can see what Teresa did yesterday. So I'm going to take the camera, and we still have people jumping on. So I'm spinning in the chair. I have no idea what it looks like. But Penny, your shirt and everything is perfect for our ocean theme and our shark. I love that. When you were sitting over there behind our poster,
I thought
in front of our poster, it was really good.
So
yesterday, Teresa was here, and Penny, she did a couple Christmas in July things. We're just doing it all here at Memory Bound. We got Christmas in July going on. We got Shark Week. We need to get a few more things happening.
Do you think we can put a wreath around the shark?
Oh my gosh, yes, we probably could. So she showed us, she used the backdrops on one of the etc. tags there on the right, and she's got that new, I think it's called Snowfall or Snow something that's coming next month from Tim Holtz, that sparkly fun stuff. And then she used some fabric and some of the ephemera. And then she got into shark mode, and she showed us how she made this card. And those little fish, keep an eye on them. Don't forget those, because they are going to be coming back. And there we have the other,
the big shark.
I'm reading a comment, so I can't speak and read at the same time. But I think I accidentally showed something. Okay, that's the same stamp that Penny's using. So we're going to hang on to that so we can show you that and you can compare. And I did bring the stamp over, Penny, but I don't really remember what it's called. Might have to look on the back there.
Jaws.
Oh, yes. Now when you say it, I remember it. So, and Penny's using the same stamp. So you're going to see a whole new way of using that today here at Memory Bound.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was fins and fabric yesterday, Penny. So she made some fish and sharks out of fabric. And Teresa has a new pattern. So if you check that out, it'll be on our blog maybe next week, maybe sooner. It depends on Janet, how much time she has. And we'll get that on our blog. The pattern you can download if you want to just go to town and make them right away. But I love these little fish. and she had a whole, I don't know if you would say a school of fish when you catch them.
Yes, a school of fish.
She had them all hanging from a piece of driftwood, which was really cool. Penny, I'm going to give you the camera now because I want to talk a little bit about Shark Week.
Okay.
So we said we're having great white specials to help you take a bite out of prices. And that was our goal. And today our special is 25% off. There are 5 colors of Tim Holtz Distress that are all ocean related, which is perfect for shark. Okay, maybe one of them is a stretch, but I'm going to show you what we have, and they're all 25% off. And we're going to start with abandoned coral, and I'll let Penny just come over here and maybe scan over abandoned coral. It's kind of a orangey coral color. It's very pretty. And we've got the Distress and the Oxide and the Reinkers. And then in abandoned coral, we also have the Glaze. And all of those are 25% off, which is wonderful. And then if you move over to Salvage Patina, this is the one that was a stretch, Penny. But I think they do salvaging in the ocean. And it's a color I really like, so I wanted to have it on sale.
In our Disney cruise out in the Bahamas, the water is more salvage patina than blue.
Than salty ocean.
Oh, yes.
So that has the glaze also. And so you've got the ink pads, the reinkers, the mini ink pads, and the glaze. And then Uncharted, I want to say Enchanted.
It's Uncharted.
Okay, it's Uncharted.
That's what I was laughing about.
Uncharted or it's Enchanted.
Yeah.
Whichever, but it's the same thing, which is one of my favorite colors because it goes from blue to teal, especially when you add a little water to it.
And the spritz.
And we have the spritz.
And I'm using it today.
The spritz?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll get to see that in action.
Woohoo.
And this one also has the glaze. I guess it's so dark in the jar, it's hard to see it. So
that is such a pretty color.
So the Enchanted or Uncharted Mariner. That's why I couldn't find it. I was calling it wrong. And then Salty Ocean is another really nice blue. And that also is 25% off for our Great White Special. And then the last one is Mermaid Lagoon. And so we have Abandoned Coral, Salvage Patina, Uncharted Mariner, Mermaid Lagoon, and Salty Ocean. And I thought that I just love this kind of stuff, Penny, because it's
awesome.
It is shark related. And we do have our little Sharky guy, which you saw earlier. And they're here guarding the Tim Holtz Distress colors.
But they will not scare you away from a good sale.
No, they will not. They will not. And then a couple other things about Shark Week. We showed this a while back. Our friend Gloria brought this in for our staff a couple weeks before Shark Week. And it's made out of a paper bag. It's so darn cute with little pockets. And then she put a little bookmark or a tag in here for everybody that it says, advice from a shark, take a bite out of life, stay active, keep moving forward, have a healthy appetite, fin for yourself, live fiercely, and stay sharp.
Nice.
So that was
so cute.
Oh, in the background with the bubbles.
I
just love it. I love it. So Gloria, thank you. I wanted to show that again because it's just so cool and it's so appropriate now. So Shark Week, we kicked off yesterday and we do have the download, and this is free. We have this for you for free if you want to download it and print it at home, if you want to do some shark things. If you want a printed copy on Basil White cardstock, then it's $1 and you can order that or come in and pick it up. We've got them all printed and ready to go, and they're laser printed. Otherwise, if you want to print it at home, you can just go out, get it, choose the free one, and it's all yours for no charge at all.
Woohoo.
I know, isn't that cool? And then this also goes with our Shark Week. We've been waiting to release this. It's our newest junk start kit, and it is called Days at the Beach. And Penny, we've got to open this and just show a little bit about what you get.
Dump it.
Let's scooch that over because it's a fun one, and it uses the 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Sunburst. So you're going to get this spiral book, and this has been one of my favorite little album. It's a little spiral book, and it's designed by Katie Petit for 49 and Market. It's got all those fun colors. It could be beachy, but it could just be summer. It could be birthday, just some fun, travel. So you're going to get that, and then look at these, Penny. You get 2 of these sheets that you could cut up, cut them apart, do what you want with them, but they got the bright colors. And you get enamel dots from Echo Park that also coordinate. and heart stickers. All of this is,
Wow.
I need to
I
lay it
love
out
it.
as we're doing it because it's just, I think it's really fun. Here's a piece of 49 and Market paper that we had gotten and some cardstock. You got while you were out.
Oh my gosh, I love
There's
these.
3 of those. It is a junk start kit. Now this is a sheet of glassine paper. So that is a 12 by 12
Oh.
sheet. It's folded in half and you can do whatever you like with that. And then the other stars of the package are going to be the sunburst,
Ooh.
the tropical foliage laser cuts
Oh.
from 49 and Market. And it says you get 70 trees, florals, butterflies, foliage, starfish, and clusters. Isn't that just bright and fun?
Yeah.
And then the other star of this junk start kit is the general laser cuts. And this has got 108 tickets, butterflies, banners, wildlife, bows, and more.
Wow.
And so isn't that fun? So you've got a junk start kit
Ooh.
is made so that you can, it's a starting point. Now this you could probably make a whole project and much more out of because you're getting that little spiral book and all those laser cuts and things. But it's also made for you to add to your own with your stash. And it's a place to jumpstart your junk album. And then there are a few quotes on here. Time wasted at the beach is time well spent. Sun-kissed and ocean-blissed. Life is better in flip-flops, and happiness comes in waves.
Cool.
So that's the new one. It's $21.99. So perfect for Shark Week. I'm so excited about that to be able to launch that. I don't have a project made with it yet, but that is coming.
Yay.
As soon as I get some time, we'll have that. Or somebody gets time here at Memory Bound. So that's the update on Shark Week. We've got the Distress Oxides, Distress Inks, the glaze, the sprays. Anything in those 5 colors is 25% off. And you'll find it in our Shark Week category online.
Awesome.
So Penny, we're ready for the main event. So I'm
Okay.
going to borrow that from you.
All
And we'll
right.
get Penny all situated. And I'll let you know that we did receive our new indigo fabric yesterday. We're just working on getting it in the system. And as soon as we get that, we'll have that available. But look at all these. Look at all these sharks. I just need to show these before we get started.
Yep.
Penny has not been working on this at all, as you can tell.
No. Not had any fun at all.
And she does have some fabric. And I think that is the fabric that Teresa made from my favorite fish yesterday. Oh my gosh, and look at that one. All right, well, I know you're going to show them all to us, so I'm going to put the camera in the holder, and then you can tell us a little bit about what you're going to do today, and then we will flip cameras. Oh, and Gloria is watching. So Gloria, thank you again for that.
Yes, thanks, Gloria.
That booklet of tags or bookmarks. Those were really amazing. So Penny, what have you got in store for us today?
Well, we're just going to show some sharks, and I have all of the colors on the back of the card if it gets left here in the store, but we'll take pictures of I have all the colors.
Nice.
I've done some with both Olos and Copics. I've done some Copics. I've done some Olos. I've checked out the swatch chart, the comparison swatch chart. We have one of these in the store, and you can always call and ask us if there's a comparison for your Copic color or your Olo color. Olos aren't as many as Copics, and so there aren't all.
But there are a lot of new colors coming out this fall, so we've been told. And Penny, we need to mention that our Copic markers, we've been asked a lot about it. We are discontinuing Copic, and we're going to start carrying we are carrying the Olos for just a change here at Memory Bound. And there's a bit of a supply issue with the Copics. So the Copics are still on sale, and we still have, I don't know how many colors left.
Not many.
Not many, but a few. So check it out if you want to
more than I thought.
Check it out if you want to complete your collection or you're missing, I think, are they
$5.49? Yep.
So check that out. And Janet did link it, so it's all out there.
And we'll keep supporting the Copic colorers. And
absolutely.
We'll and today I'm going to show you how they play nice together. They really do. And that's exciting for me because you have that many more opportunities for combinations and colors that one doesn't quite have that the other one does. And you can even make your collection even larger. So with that, I'm going to start at the very beginning. And for me, the very beginning is like usually like where we start with the first. This was the first.
Penny, let's switch cameras then.
Okay.
So that people can get a really good look at that.
All right.
And I've got to go back and turn that camera on because I didn't turn it on, but it's on now. So I'm going to pull it over there and then you can see in the screen.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's great.
This was the very first shark that I colored. Very basic. In my head, I didn't look at pictures online. I thought the shark was gray. His nose would be a little bit lighter, and then of course in his mouth needed to be dark. Then the deal was water. When you're coloring, it's nice to be able to just flow right across. So I started, and what you will see on my list here, this is how I colored it from the top down. So if I listed water first, I started with water. If I listed sand first, I started with sand. So I tried to put it in order as I colored it because that will change your end result. So on this one, I started with the water. And I did the water in just a squiggle and I went all the way through the fish. And then I went and I colored the shark. So I still have that color behind it. And then I took a darker color and we just did some extra little squiggles up here. But then the fun part was taking my little mini mister of the colorless solution and spritzed it. So it adds a little texture. I don't know if you can see some of the dots.
Yeah,
not from the stamp, but from the moving of the colors. And that was really fun to add that little bit of texture. So just kind of played around a little bit with the shadows and the form of the shark. And so this is what I would call a very basic colored shark. Then the next one, I wanted to deal with the different colors in the water. And this was like the light coming from the top at an angle going down to seeing where the sea was deeper and darker. And so I started with the color first and I did the water. I call this the water highlight because it's highlighting the shark. So again, I did the water first and then I did the shark. And then I probably went back over with the lightest, which was that BG01, just to bring the water in front of the shark so that the shark is in the water. Okay.
So you made it look kind of like you're down with a camera underwater.
With the camera that you see the water is in front of the fish. So that's what we did there.
It's funny because we're getting comments. Janet says we're going to need a bigger bag. Janet says another Janet says it's a happy shark infestation in her studio. And Wendy says, soon I will need a bigger craft space. That's so funny. I love you guys. I love all the humor.
I wanted to make sure that I used the sentiment from the stamp set also. So I put this one on a 5x7 card and then just put the little "You're Fantastic." I have a friend whose grandson, his name is Flynn. So I thought that would be a little fun thing to do. I was looking at this last night and it was like, whoa. I so messed up there because I colored the sand, I colored the shark, I did all that other stuff, but it was like, where's the water over the sand?
Oh, I think it looks good, Penny.
But some dots underneath there to add a little bit of texture. I brought in the gray through the water because if you actually stop and look at your surroundings, nothing is the way we picture it when coloring a sky or the ground or water. I was stunned when I was down in the Bahamas earlier this summer and the color of the water. So I threw some gray in there. So that one was that one.
Penny, have we shown this? Like the stamp itself?
Yeah, over there.
But can you show it maybe
again
in detail?
Okay.
Like Yeah, I would just want everybody to see the Jaws stamp and what all it has on it. Because it is it does have words, it has pictures. And if it's easier to show it with the white background, we've got this, or you've got a thing.
So here's, let's do it this
It's called
way.
Jaws, and oh, that's good.
That way you don't get the double
When
glare.
you showed like where it shows the ground.
So here's the ground stamp, and then you get the Jaws stamp, and there's dots. You can take that one of two ways. You can take that as dots on the fish, or you could take that as bubbles caused from the fish.
Oh, okay.
So either way, then you have this piece of leaf that you'll see here later. You have 3 sentiments. Have a Jossum bee day, you're fantastic, and just when you thought it was safe, besides the school of fish.
I really like the School of Fish.
It was lots of fun.
Teresa used that, and I
Yep.
know you used it, and it just adds a lot to the background, I think.
It does. It does. It's a lot of fun. So that's the stamp set. All right. So then this one, just different color combinations, lighter, bubbly. And I think you can tell a little bit better with the bubbles from the little mini mister and the colorless solution in there and even on the ground. And then here is the leaf on the bottom.
Yeah, that's
And so
really cool how you
I
can make a
just-
scene.
I used my 12 by 12 Misty, and I just had the leaf there, and I just moved the paper, and then I just kept stamping. And I created my own ground and just it reinforced the dots that was in the stamp and just added some sand down at the bottom. And I overlapped it into the shark. And then I pulled the green and had a Jossum birthday sentiment on there. So again, this was my original kind of idea of a light gray, a lighter kind of dull
Hey,
shark.
Teresa, can you grab the shark sentiments that Janet?
And then, oh yeah, I forgot that. Then I wanted to change the watercolor and include the school of fish. So you'll see that the school is bigger than the stamp. But if I lay it out, you can kind of see there's the original, and then I put some more above it.
I like that.
Over here and then over
you.
there, so that you can play around with it.
Penny, Lisa said the mountain lakes in Montana are that patina color because of the glaciers.
Yeah.
So she said,
Yeah. So they're all different colors. And then I wanted to go with a different color shark and a different color water. And so this shark even looks more brown green.
There's a lot of different grays, isn't there?
But there are a lot of different greens. And so this one uses all of the image stamps. So you have your ground at the bottom, you have your shark, you have your leaf. And what I did was that I cut around his teeth with an X-Acto knife. And then I slid the leaf in there, and then I glued it on the card base. So it's all hidden. So there
really
was
clever.
that. And then the school of fish up above.
Can you put that up a little closer, the mouth with okay, there, that's perfect. Oh, that's so cool, Penny. I like that. And the little, I know they're not zigzaggy, but the little lines that you made in the ocean to make it look more watery, it's really nice.
To make it look like it's moving. Then this one, we did a little bit darker, still had the sand in the water. I used some twine. I told Jeff I wanted a fish hook, so he went out to the shed and got me a little fish hook.
We have some coming.
Yes.
So we do have some fish hooks coming, and
we'll show those another day. So stay tuned for that. Then I thought,
oh my gosh,
let's play around with this stamp and let's just cut it. Let's cut some water. I love this water. This is Lake Life because it's that dark color. And you can just see his eyes start to pop up. And I can just envision that part in the scene of Jaws.
Jaws,
He just
yeah.
comes up and opens his mouth. So that was what I was going for there. So I just slit the paper and brought the shark up and then kind of glued it down and put it on the card base.
It'd be fun for that to put something like surprise or something on the front, and then on the inside have the shark there.
So this, I love this one. This is my first attempt of sewing with fabric. And what is this one called?
It's from the Blue collection, and it's called, I think it's I'm looking it up right now.
It's like a basic word.
I think it's Blue Vintage.
So I used a piece of this and I went with a lighter gray shark.
Here it is.
And then, so
that was it's the Blue palette, and it's the vintage pattern from the Blue palette.
I just love
That's
this.
the one I really like too, that Teresa made a fish out of it yesterday.
I just love this. So I branched off. So, and all this is a piece of paper behind the fabric, and I just sewed it and left some strings on there. But then I thought I want to double mat this on a 5x7. And so this is where the spritz of the Uncharted Mariner comes in. And that's
on sale because that's one of our colors.
25% off today. You don't want to miss it. This is a great blue to have.
So that's the little speckles on the edge. Is that paper like a black cardstock?
It's the black basic cardstock that we carry.
It's a black cardstock.
Yep.
It shows up really well.
Really shows up well because it doesn't. I don't think it shows up that well on white.
Sometimes they do show up better on dark papers. You never know.
And so, but the blue comes out. I think when I did it on white, it was kind of grayer.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really a lot of fun and just something else to show you, something different. Now, this was just then on the A2 and on the mat, I just pulled the Olo and I just colored the mat.
Colored it. So that was white cardstock. I always forget about that, and it does amaze me.
And I just tried to pull out a lighter of the color, but so we did that. And then I thought, well, since I'm channeling my inner Teresa, I'm going to pull a stencil out. And this is the dot fade. We're out of stock, but any bubbles, and you'll see even on the shark, there's some bubbles coming over. And then I actually started looking at shark images, and this is a combination of gray and blue and a combination of Olo and Copic. So I'm going to show you that today. And then I thought, well, rather than a dark inner mouth, let's show like when we open our mouth, it's more flesh tone. So I went with more of a flesh tone and then a really light E color for the teeth. So we have the water and we have the bubbles and we have that going on. And then I thought I was done. And then I said to Jeff, no, I didn't use a wobble. I really wanted to use a wobble. So here we go. We have a wobble just when you thought it was safe. And then I had to, we went darker. I added a little bit more blue and I couldn't resist. I had to add a little bit of blood just for the gory people that really like it. And this paper is called, this is what the paper looks like. So, it's that big school of fish, but then down here you get this bottom of the ocean and it's called beach palms. So I didn't want to use that one. I wanted to use this and I love those fish and it works so, so well. So there's my little wobble. So I'm going to show you, the gray blue combination because I think it just allows you to experiment a little bit more with your markers. So I'm going to pull out the stamped image and I love my little magnetic base. It's always flat and smooth. I'm going to use the same combinations that I did on that shark. And we're just going to do a little coloring. So hang on, here we go. I'm going to start with my darkest, and we're going to color. Just do a little bit of highlights.
And when you get in between, Penny, I
lowlights.
did find some stencils that might work really well for.
Awesome. Now on this lower fin, I'm leaving a space between what I color and the body, just because I don't want it. I just want to see if I can highlight that space a little bit. So I'm just coming out here. I'm doing kind of like a little stripe and the little shadow part down in here. Just kind of using the same flicks that I always use. I'm going to grab the next lightest, which is that WG5. I'm going to pull that right up right away. And then I'm going to work down here to see if I can kind of blend that out a little bit. I'm not going to worry too much because when I add the blue, it's going to automatically kind of change the color. I'll go up here.
Cheryl said the wobble is sharktastic.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at puns, but I'm having a little trouble. And Mary says that you're a professional, Penny.
Thank you, Mary. I'm
Isn't it
really
nice
not,
to
but
see her color?
I do enjoy it.
And I think I'm going to get you a little closer.
Not going to worry too much about lines either because we're adding more color. Now my lightest of this set is the WG3. And we're just going to lighten all this little inner stuff up. Try to blend things out.
This is so, for some of us, Penny, it's so calming just to enjoy your coloring and
Happy trees.
not have a care in the world. Yeah, happy trees, happy trees.
Happy fish, happy fish. He's smiling. All right, so that's the warm grace, the Olo warm grace. Now I'm also going to show you that Copic and Olos work well together. And you'll see on here, I italicized the B97 and the 95, and I put a little dot over there. If it's not all labeled Copic, you can automatically tell the WG is a warm gray. That's an Olo marker. And then like this, the 0.1, those are all Olo markers. If it's got a decimal in it, that's an Olo. If it's plain, a WG, it's an Olo marker. If it's italicized and it's in a both column, then that's a Copic color. So I just wanted to kind of take a minute for that. Now I'm going to take my B99 and we're going to go into this.
I think you're getting compared to Bob Ross. Because Letha said she loved Bob Ross.
I loved Bob Ross. I still love Bob Ross. We're just going to do a little bit of this dark in the same places that we had the dark WG7. Then I'm going to pull the 9-7 of the Copic. And I'm going to fill in a little bit. Pull this out. This is the quietest the store.
This is very quiet right now. But Penny, I love the shark that you're coloring because it reminds me of the Enchanted or Uncharted Mariner color, that that distress color of Tim's. It takes on blue, it takes on green, and how you've added that bluish green to this. I think it really makes the shark. It's just a beautiful color, really.
I'm going to go down to the 9.5. And of course, I didn't grab it out.
Haha, Diane says, happy water, happy shark, happy day.
I love
Speaking of Bob
that.
Ross. And it's funny when you
So
start
that's
out,
the
Penny, you don't
9.5.
think it's going to end up what it is because you
Nope.
just keep doing it. It's pretty
Just
cool.
keep doing it. And then I'm going to hit it back with that lightest of the warm gray 3. And bring it all back together again. And you can see the colors are shifting, and I love that.
It's really, really cool. It's really, I don't know if pretty is the right word, but that color is gorgeous. Oh, Ruby said the electricity is out where she's at, so it's dark and quiet.
Oh.
Da 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 da
Da-dum. Yeah. All right, we're going to take that W3 and we're going to concentrate on the bottom part of, I call this thing his nose. I don't know what else to call it, so I just called it his nose.
So sharks have noses?
I guess.
I'm wondering how many people have been watching shows on the Discovery Channel for Shark Week.
Well, I know my
And
friend Tammy is.
Is she?
Oh,
I know
she's-
Teresa is. Teresa knew how they measured sharks when the divers are in the water.
She said yesterday they had Dancing with the Sharks. She goes, "This is too much. I can't do it."
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do have a question about the type of paper you're using. If you're using
I am using
watercolor or-
all hammer mill paper today.
Okay. The Hammer Mill and the Nina cardstock, and we do have it in 10-piece packs. Those papers are good for coloring with the alcohol ink markers like Olo and Copic because the ink tends to go through them and not spread out, and it's smooth. And your ink, I think it moves more, don't you?
Yes. All right. Now we're going to take the Olo, the RV 0.1. So that's an Olo marker. It is compared to an RV 10. So let me pull that.
Yeah, then you can kind of compare them.
Now the caps, you never can tell with the caps, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do.
The caps on the Olo are accurate. That was one thing that they're very proud of, the Olo people, because they.
But look at that. That is really close.
Yeah, that's really good.
So if you have a Copic, you have RV10, so you're going to know how that color is. If you don't have the Copic, or we're out of that one, then you want RV 0.1. So we're going to do that for the inner mouth.
Penny, Janet says you have a big school of fans watching you color today. Isn't that great?
Oh my gosh, this is too much.
That color of that shark, that is.
All right, so that is the inner, and then we're going to wash it with the warm gray number 1 because it's too pink. So we're going to bring all of the gray that we've had in the fish into the mouth. Just to warm it up a little bit, and it changes it. Now they say WG1 is kind of similar to, oh, well, we'll just do it. Here's the WG1, and we'll pull out warm gray. Now to me, that's not quite as close as the pink was, but it would still work. All right, and then the teeth. It's easy to find the 0. I'm just going to put the 0 on all of the teeth. And because I don't want my red so red, or yeah, I don't want my red so red. And we're just going to do a little bit of, and it might be falling down off the teeth. And it might be falling down into the gums. You can just put it where you want it. All right, now the one thing that this shark did not have was water because I put it on a water base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a watercolor, and on one of these I said it's your choice. A B12, a B21, a B91, a B41, which would be comparable to the B0.2. And I'm just going to pull out the B91 because I've got the B color in the shark and I haven't done this. So we're going to see what this,
Hey, we're going
to do something
check it out, huh,
live.
Penny?
And I'm not going to use the chisel nib. I'm going to use the brush nib, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do water, because you're going to fill this whole thing with water. To get a nice water look, you're just going to do like rick-rack movements, and you're going to try to overlap some of your coloring. And you can make them, longer, shorter. There was only one shark that I actually colored around the shark with the water, and that's labeled on the
we'll take
color
pictures
list.
of Penny's cards and the stamp set. And that was the woodware stamp called Jaws. I like how they called it Jaws.
So I'm just laying this flat down as low to the card as I can make it, and just using that movement.
And yeah, I like how you're just going right over the top.
Yep. Now we're going to see what happens down here into the shark. And the neat thing about this is that, no two sharks are alike. So you never have to color them the same.
One thing I was going to mention, I'm putting a plug in for the Jaws movie, but if you are, you remember going to Jaws, it's the 50-year anniversary of Jaws this year. That was another reason for Memory Bound.
I watched most of it the other day.
But
actually, it was last month.
There's also a show on maybe Netflix, I'm not sure what all it's on, about the making of the Jaws movie. And that is very interesting. If you care anything about the Jaws movie and how different it was back in the time, when it came out, it was a very interesting show to watch also. I think it was 1975 when it came out. So, and a lot of us are like, 50 years? It's been that long?
Yeah.
Makes you feel old.
And some of what they were doing was pretty high tech for back then.
Yeah, they actually built the shark that they used, and they tell about how they built the big shark, and it was actually, everything was filmed on the water. Today they probably wouldn't do that. It would all be.
Wasn't the water like really, really cold?
Yes.
Too, even in summer?
So you got to give them so much credit. And Steven Spielberg, he was only in his 20s when he did the film. And Janet watched it. She just made a comment that it was really interesting. So you're
just going to bring up to the very little tip, and we're just going to do some little lines. And you can go over the shark because he's coming through the water.
I have not watched, Doug watched the Jaws movie the other night
Yeah.
when I wasn't home, and I have not watched it for many years, at least 30 or so, but I'm anxious to. Oh my gosh. And it just by doing those little zigzags, you
Yeah.
made water.
Made water. Now, if you want to, we'll see if you can see it on, but this is my little mini mister that I have with Copic blending solution on it. So I'm going to show you this. So you can see here's the before.
Yeah, get a good look. And Penny's just misting it. And then does it take a little bit for it to react?
Yeah, but
here,
you can
wait, let me hit
see-
the focus button.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
see.
you can see it.
You can see the little droplets and stuff and how it's going to move the water around, and even on the shark.
Well, look at the colors in that shark, that brown and that blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, I have lots of fun.
Letha says her hair still stands up on the back of her neck when she hears the sound they played when the shark was coming. They talk about the music in the documentary. They talk about, oh gosh, is it John Williams? I can't remember exactly the composer, but that looks great, Penny.
Yay.
So do you want to show, like, did you show the paper with this?
I did. I showed
You
him the
did show the
sheet when you
paper?
were,
Okay. Yeah,
when you slipped away.
I slipped away for a little bit. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. All right, well, let's gather your sharks up and let's give it one more look on the camera there for everybody. And she's got a lot here. Penny has been busy. And that is the Jaws stamp from Woodware, and you can find it in our shark category. And then I had a couple other things that we want to show. When you show the one with your stenciling, I brought some other options.
Oh yeah, this one.
And
the
here's
stenciling.
some other stencils that we have, including that.
The wave.
The wave one is called Scallops, but that might be a neat one to use with your sharks.
There's some, and this one is called Bubbles, bubble layering. And this was the scallop.
Don't you think that scallop would be kind of fun?
It would be fun. So I also have the Whimsy sharks.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a different piece of paper, and I am so excited. So you may see some Whimsy sharks here. And this is called Spots. So that's what I did with the stencil.
And again, I do like the stamp because it does have phrases. You know, it's got your background, your scene building, and it has your phrases, which is really nice.
And speaking of phrases, we also have.
You might have to pull the camera up to see that. Or I guess you can.
Here's, hope your birthday is fantastic. It's your big day. Make a splash. Our friendship is off the hook. Friends like you are a rare catch. Get ready to dive into an incredible birthday. You're a real lifesaver. Sending waves of birthday cheer. Wishing you a day that's really fun.
I like
Sending you oceans of birthday wishes. You're my favorite shark in the sea. Janet did a great job with those sentiments.
Yeah, Janet designed a whole 12 by 12 sheet of shark sentiments. So if you want to get this stamp and make some cards, we've got the insides that are perfect for you. And Penny, Kathy has a funny story that they went to see Jaws the night before they went to Charleston. And then when they got to Charleston, they did not want to get in the water. I was going to say in the paper. I don't know why. It would make you think for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And Gloria says we're her favorite fins. So.
Oh,
right.
the puns begin.
Well, we're going to go ahead and we'd like to show you, we have a new collection in from Doodlebug, and we've got a little bit of time. So we'd like to go ahead and show you the new collection from Doodlebug. And it is called Summer Fun. Oh, I want to show, well, it's called Summer Fun. We'll do that tomorrow. So Penny, do you want to clear off some space? And do you want to show it, or would you like me to?
I don't care.
Or what would you like to do?
Whichever.
Well, first we're going to show the papers in the collection. And Penny, there's 2 sheets here of each.
Okay.
Well, you got the stickers and you have the acetate.
All
And
right.
then there's 2 sheets each of the papers. So this is brand new from Doodlebug. It just got in yesterday and Katie checked it in for us. And it's called Summer Fun. And it's very appropriate for Shark Week because as you can see, it is a little beachy. And that's the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And you know, Doodlebug is always cute. And then, yeah, there's a white sheet under the polka dot here to show the acetates on. It's right there. So
here's
now
an
that is
acetate.
actually the Easter acetate, but it goes so well with this
it does.
collection that we brought it back
especially
in
with
for
that
this.
next piece of paper. And then here is the Catch a Wave acetate.
People really like the acetate. That sells out.
It's a lot of
quickly.
fun.
And Gloria says she loves Doodlebug. So now we're going to show you all the papers.
All right.
And Penny, you have 2 sheets of each, so you should just be able to pull out the B side
Awesome.
there.
So we have Summer Fun.
A lot of people love Doodlebug. It is a favorite.
Summer School.
And you might have an extra one of those.
Yep, we do.
So that's your journaling sheet.
Journal sheet. And this is Pink Paradise.
Love the tropical flowers.
Then we have Water Babies.
Now, I think that would be a good background for the sharks, the blue paper there. It looks just like ocean water.
Yes.
And Penny, it's got the little zigzaggy lines like you did.
And we've got the tags, which is the beach picnic. Those are so fun. And then on the back side, it's the...
I'd say a plaid.
A plaid.
Diagonal plaid.
I never know what to call those things. All right, then we've got the Let's Luau. Another floral.
I just thought this is perfect for Shark Week. We've got it all set up. If you come into our store, it's all set up right by our shark area when you come in the door.
Polka dot bikini. I'll pass.
Pass on the bikini, but not the paper.
Seashells by the seashore. Those are so cute. And I love the colors.
They're very bright for sure.
Paradise palms. Your little
got all your borders.
I couldn't
cut.
I'm out of my vocabulary. Then this is your cut aparts, the flaming flock. You can see, I just love these word strips.
Yeah, they're nice. And Janet just linked the whole collection. So if you want to study it, take a good look at it, it's out online and you can look at it.
And then there is the flock on the B side. All right, we've got the beach towel. That looks just like the beach towel.
Can you flip those, Penny, so they can see the cut aparts more than the stripes?
Yep. 3x4s.
They're just cute. Doodlebug's just so cute, you know.
Oh, you gotta love the little gull.
Oh yeah,
love the seagull.
And Penny, Deb has an idea for this sheet.
Oh,
she said you could turn it into bookmarks, and you could.
You could
decorate those, or you could write notes, or list your books. You know how everybody's talking about keeping track of their books.
Or you could use it in your book as a bookmark while you're making your grocery list.
That's true.
That's usually when I start thinking of, oh, I need this.
And then the next ones are going to be the solids, Penny. And if you fan them out, I'd like to just put them to show how well they match. And those are picked by Doodlebug. And you can kind of see how the colors go really well. And they're also listed in the category of the summer fun category online. So you can see them. Aren't those colors just beautiful?
Oh,
my gosh. I love it. They look so pretty.
Yeah, I can't even say I have a favorite.
And you know, there's also colors we didn't pull. There's a brown. There's a lot of brown in this collection. And then there's 3 paper packs, like they typically do.
This is what we just showed you. Plus the sticker sheet, and then they have just the petite print assortment. I love these.
And you can get those separately too. They're all listed online separately. So
and then the solids.
So if you look at all three of these together, I don't even know if that's possible, but you can see Doodlebug, they pick out a color scheme and then they stick with it, and then they use their colors all the time. We have a squirrel question, Penny.
Yeah.
Can you tell how much the journal is that has a box and some lines for journaling? I think that I'm going to ring the bell. We'll see if anybody comes. We'll see if we've got the right thing. And Letha loves seagulls also. Her son-in-law calls them feathered trash pandas. You know the little journal that's in the blooms?
Is it the inspiration journal?
Could you get the inspiration journal and the one that's in the blooms? You know, it's up on the counter by Register 1.
Yeah. Then this is the essentials package. Oh, look at these seashells.
Yeah.
And a doodle pop. The gross green. Stickers, the letters, some paper.
You get a little bit of everything there.
Oh, so these are your papers that you get from the collection.
And then it shows you a layout that you can make if you want to with what you have. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
So
nice.
Penny, I'm not sure if it might be one of those three that Janie was asking
All right.
about. That's a little like, I think those are just darling little school composition book.
This is a 6x8 story journal for $2.99. The Glimmer journal, which is the little
$4.99.
glimmers. Not priced. And then this is just the creative journal.
That's $5.99, and the Glimmer journal is $4.99.
Okay. So
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Those are, hopefully that answers your question.
And then Penny's got the rest of summer fun to show you.
All right. Here's the 6x8. I love 6x8 pads.
Yeah, you know, they used to do 6x6 and they started doing 6x8, which I
love
think is
6x8.
Awesome.
You have a little bit extra to do. And then the sticker sheet, the icons. And then the puffy icons. Look at that lobster. Oh, you only get one lobster. Oh.
Is there two sheets in that or one sheet?
No, just one sheet. Flamingos and palm trees. Those are so cute. Oh, we can use some of these little fish and put them with the sharks.
You know, you could. This would be really good to go with that stamp.
I tried to look for some things that I had at home, but I didn't get around to it. I love these. Aloha birthday. Fantastic.
I think that would go with the shark stamp.
Oh, absolutely.
Also.
And then the mini icons. You get 3 different sheets. So this is what you get. So you get 3 different sheets.
Everybody likes Doodlebug.
Punch and store in your planner. You can put this in a ring binder. Have you ever done that?
I'm not that organized.
Yeah.
But I'd like to be.
Wouldn't that's a great idea. Okay. Back here. Chit chat. Summer fun, beach day, vacay. I love all these little strips, some tickets, some little tags, some little post stamp things, some speech bubbles.
On the front, Penny, it tells you how many pieces you get.
91.
91 for $8.99. And they're big. I think when you look at the little images on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And then you look at the front and they're really nice.
Because the ticket's that big.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's a big title. So then we have odds and ends. We have 132 of these. Look at that little seagull creeping out. He's sneaking out of his behind the something. All right, drinks, a sign, the ship. I love the seagull. The airplane. Oh. Okay, and then bits and pieces. 83 pieces of bits and pieces, summer fun. All your leaves and flowers, and then some tags and labels.
They have their ephemera is just loaded.
And then doodle pops. The seahorse, the flamingos with some flowers. Oh, those braddies, the little seashells with the little pearls in them. Here's my favorite.
There's your
The
lobster.
lobster. Love that. And enamel dots too. The palm tree with
His
the
name's
seagull.
The lobster's name is Louie.
Louie the lobster. Palm Beach.
Some people might remember Larry the Lobster from Saturday Night Live in the 70s.
Donnie the dolphin with his little wave
I
splashes.
think Gloria does.
Doodle. What is this one? Tropical Trio. The seagull, the parrot,
There's your seagull. He is pretty cute.
He is cute. And this is the Diggin' Summer sand castle and sand bucket. Little star. And our last one is the photo op say cheese. I love this one.
We ordered double of those. Everybody likes cameras. They go with everything.
Everybody likes cameras. All right, so then let's do some sprinkles. Here's some wave sprinkles. Oh, again, could have added this with the sharks.
Yeah, that would be really good.
I love these summer schools. And then here's our brown puppies. Light to dark. Love them. 45 of those.
Okay, so those are kind of a bonus thing that I grabbed because those are all the puffy hearts and they're all in the category because they match the colors
They
on this
do.
collection also.
Those are really nice.
The puffy hearts go with
I
everything.
love the puffy hearts. All right, and then we have the heart fetty, little shaped sprinkles. 98 of those. Get them today while they're here. They're hot. This is our Easter assortment, but that goes well with those colors. And then an eye for an eye. You can put more dots on your little characters.
Let's show what the eye for an eye is. I don't know if there's something on the stickers or.
Yep.
The eye for an eye is a basic for Doodlebug. And Penny, you've used those before.
I have. So the eyes. This is a little. Oh, here, like this little salamander thing. That is the same size as the smallest one of the eyes. And so you can make that dimensional by just taking that little enamel dot and putting it over there on that eye.
And some of the images are bigger than the others. So you
like
have different sizes of eyes.
This crab, this would be the medium size.
And lots of the ephemera has the eyes too that you can put them on.
There's 4 different sizes, I think, of eyes. I think there's 3 or no. There's 5 lines of the small, 3 lines of the medium, and 4 lines of the big.
So 3 sizes. And how much are those, Penny?
Only $5.99.
$5.99 for a lot of eyes.
A lot of eyes.
Or you can use them for just accents.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's hard to find little ones like that.
Don't forget the favorite washi tape, the Sea Friends. That is so cute.
And Penny, this is going to be a little awkward, but I grabbed some of the albums that also match the collection. So I'll hand those to you, and I've got the sticker sheet here. And we might have to go higher.
We might have to go big.
But the albums, I don't know if you can we can put this down and you can kind of show. Oh, she's going to go right over there. So you can see that with the sticker sheet that there's the robin's egg, I think, or that maybe that's not robin's egg, maybe that's a teal. They all have, good color names. And I can't think of them offhand, but
no,
you can see that they all are, there's a lot of different mini albums that are available that would match this collection because there's probably albums we didn't even pull.
Well, and here's all the album colors. 14 colors.
We can't see that.
Oh, yes, you can.
Now we can. What I would like to do is, because we are showing, these are the mini books from Doodlebug, and they're newer. They've come out a little more recently.
Ooh,
and we've got one that's open there, Penny, that I would like us to maybe just put up on just flip through it so you can see what you get in the albums.
Okay.
So you're probably going to have to go higher because when you open it.
Yep.
They're really nice. They're kind of like the snap binders from Simple Stories. Very similar, just a little different.
All right. So you get a full sheet, 2, 3.
And they're $21.99.
4 full sheets. And then you get the 4x6, two of those. And then you've got the 4x6 with the 3x4s underneath. And you get two of those. And then you have the 4 3x4s. And you get two of those. And then you can buy more independently. And then this has got a pocket on it.
Yeah, you get a couple horizontal and then you get a couple vertical pockets, which is really nice.
You don't even have to make it yourself.
Yes, that's
but this will
true.
give you an idea. They started out with cardstock that was longer, and they've scored it, and then they taped or they glued it, secured it down. So if you want to add your own, you could do it. And then,
and each album is going to have coordinating of these. They're pretty heavy.
Yeah, they
pages. They're heavier than cardstock.
Kind of like 49 Market.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your tabs, and this is like chipboard.
Yeah.
This will give you an idea how thick it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and then your back cover.
So those are $21.99, and they come in all the Doodlebug colors. So if you are looking for an album or something, maybe you want to do something with the summer fun. Maybe you want to make a Shark Week album. Who knows? But we thought we would go ahead and take a pass through it and let you see what all you get with it.
It's called Swimming Pool.
Okay.
There it is.
I went blank. I do know the Doodlebug colors, but that one I went blank on.
Yep, I did too. So that's really nice. And a good price point.
Yeah, not bad at all. And it's you can decorate the cover if you want to, or you can leave it as is. All right. Well, Penny, I'm going to flip the camera. So we're going to go back to you, Penny. I like to say that. So we're back over here. And Penny, thank you so much for all the wonderful shark coloring.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
And I love that you just dive in and color. And it's way more fun than I could ever have. Cindy says, good morning, fun colors. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, Janet, for being in the background and doing all of our linking.
Thanks, Janet.
And we will put pictures of Penny's cards and her color numbers on the blog probably next week, maybe later this week. Well, it depends on how busy Janet is. She does all of our blogging for us, and it's amazing. So thank you, everyone, for watching. And we're going to be back tomorrow. And tomorrow's lineup, Maggie's going to be in tomorrow. And she's got, I guess I'll call them beach books. Oh. And she also has a special giveaway that we're going to be, I don't know how we're going to do it, draw names or something, but she has something that she's bringing for us to give away to one of our viewers tomorrow. Oh. So until then, stay out of the water, and we will be back tomorrow. So thank you, everybody. And thanks again, Penny.